Welcome to the weekly Bodkins Sports Wrap Up.
Welcome back to the Bodkins Weekly Sports Wrap Up Show. So let's jump right into another wild fucking week, man. NFL still running shit, still doing crazy shit, things that we would have never fucking guessed. This offseason is the type of offseason that make you got to rebuy the new Madden because you can't just keep up. You can't just. It's too many moves. Can't. Whole new rosters are coming. So early this week, Matt Ryan traded to the Colts. If you remember, it looked like when Watson was traded to the Browns last week, it looked like Baker might be a good fit for the Colts. That's where he allegedly said he wanted to go. Colts were like, no, you're about the same as Carson Wentz. We'll take Matt Ryan. So they trade for Matt Ryan. Falcons eat some of that money. And so Matt Ryan's a Colt. They gave like a third round pick. It wasn't much. Remember, they don't have a first round pick because they traded that to Carson Wentz last year. So they don't have a first round this year. Make a trade now for Matt Ryan. If you look at their stats, I think Matt Ryan's a little bit better than Carson is, a little bit better than Baker is. Their stats are all similar. So big move for the Colts, though. I think it's a guy that'll keep them in games. I mean, they got a team, man. The Colts, they had 7 All-Pros. 7. That's a lot, okay? On the offense, best offensive line Matt Ryan's had in a long time. Best defense he's had in a long time. Not as many weapons. Probably Jonathan Taylor, hell of a running back. One of the best in the league. Top 5. They need some receivers. They'll see if there's reports maybe bringing T.Y. back. But they still need more than T.Y. T.Y.'s getting up there, man. It's been around a long time. They do have Michael Pittman Jr., so the Colts are ready to go. They look they could contend in the AFC South. It's them and the Titans. We'll see. And I don't think Ryan's not going to cost them games like Carson did. I think that's the key there. So the Falcons, what they do, they say, hey, we're not going to be in this quarterback. They're probably going to draft a quarterback, I'm guessing. But they signed Marcus Mariota, who was with their head coach Arthur Smith when they were both in Tennessee. So Marcus Mariota now probably starting quarterback unless they draft somebody, but then he's just a good bridge guy to have there in Atlanta. So now the question is, where will Baker Mayfield go? Seahawks still maybe. The reports are the Browns are wanting a first-round pick for Baker, and that's just not going to happen. Nobody's going to want him. Not that there's teams not want him, but nobody's going to give a first for Baker. Because guess what? Everybody knows that you got to get rid of him. Whether you're going to cut him or whether you're going to trade him, you got to trade him or cut him. So take what you can get, but nobody's giving up a first for Baker. You're crazy. If the Browns are absolutely crazy if they think Baker Mayfield, they can trade Baker for a first-round pick. Everybody knows you got Deshaun Watson, and then they signed Jacoby Brissett to be the backup. So Baker's just sitting on the roster. They got to cut him or trade him. And it's not going to be for a first. People will wait out. They'll keep their first-round picks instead of having Baker Mayfield. If he does get cut, or they do slow the demands around, I think if he gets cut, look at Pittsburgh, look at the Seahawks. They're kind of the teams that he could go battle. Maybe New Orleans, Jameis is coming off ACL surgery, that he could go down there. I don't think he'll sign for big money anywhere, but he could go one of those couple places that he could battle out. Carolina. And battle it out have some QB battles there and see what happens with Baker. Also, obviously, the big news, Tyreek Hill traded to the Dolphins. That's right. Both Aaron Rodgers and now Patty Mahomes lose their number one guy this offseason. Hill traded to the Dolphins for a boatload of picks. I think it was like a first, a third, fourth, and a fifth. They matched it now. From everything I heard was that Hill and the Chiefs were working towards an extension. Right when Devontae got traded and that contract came through and Devontae became the highest paid receiver, Hill was like, hold up, I want his money. And the Chiefs were like, hey, you're not worth that money. We're not going to give you Devontae money. And they said, you can go seek a trade, see if somebody will give you that money. The Dolphins said, hey, we'll give you that fucking money and then some. So Tyreek now, Devontae Adams was the highest paid receiver for one fucking week, less than a week. because that deal was made Thursday. Hill was traded on Tuesday or Wednesday. And so Tyreek Hill is now the highest paid wide receiver in the league. And the Dolphins they got a team. Probably some of the fastest guys you could have on a team. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. They got Mostert. They got Chase Edmonds. They got Gesicki. It's Tua. It's all on Tua. It's all on Tua. This is Tua's team. Can Tua do it? That'll be the real question. They're giving all the tools here for Tua. Can he do it? My opinion is probably not, because I don't think he's that good. I mean, can he fling it down the field 50 yards? I don't know. We're going to find out, because it's his team now. He's got all the weapons. No more excuses for Tua time. New coach that supposedly believes in him. No more excuses for Tua. What are the Chiefs going to do? So the Chiefs signed Juju, like we talked about last week, and then they go sign MVS, so it's to help fill that Tyreek Hill. The thing is here, folks, Juju and MVS together aren't even half as good as Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is one of the top 5 wide receivers in the league. Which way you want to slice and dice. He's one of the fastest guys, can take the roof off, and his change of direction. He can cut on a dime. And Andy's got put a lot of gadget plays in, and now he's gone. So now teams are just going to double Travis Kelce, because that's how Travis was cutting underneath. You couldn't double both of them at the same time. So what are the Chiefs going to do? That division. The Chiefs could possibly be the third or fourth best in that division now. Every team has added besides the Chiefs. I just said they added Juju. That's just addition by subtraction. That's a 2y minus 2xy. That's what that fucking is. No, to get his TikTok having ass out of here. There's no way. And then they add MVS. See you later. He was a Packer once. He's not that great. He didn't put up absurd numbers when he was opposite of Devontae. Is he going to put up absurd numbers now? Probably not. Yeah. So that was kind of all. That kind of wraps up the NFL for this week. It'll be interesting once the draft happens. We'll see. There's still quite a few receivers out there. Will Fuller's still out there. There's Jarvis Landry still out there. So some teams still missing some holes after the draft. I think those guys will get signed later on. We will see what happens. In the UFC, if you didn't watch last week's London card, holy shit. If you're not a UFC fan, if you're not a fight fan, just go watch that card. Go watch it. Absolutely crazy. All 5 fights, were fucking insane. Finishes galore. The crowd. If you don't get that crowd, if that crowd doesn't get you going, holy shit, you're not a sports fan. You're not a fan of anything. Wow. They were going nuts in London. First, Molly Meatball McCann with one of the sickest fucking knockouts you ever fucking see in your life. She elbowed old girl to the dome, and she said, bloop. Her eyes were actually open like this. Eyes open, knocked the fuck out. She didn't get up for a while. Place went ape shit. And then, here comes fucking Patty the Batty. Oh, Patty the Batty. Oh, Patty the Batty. He gets rocked a little bit early in the first round. Fucking recovers. Fucking taps the dude out. First round tap out. Patty the Batty Pimblett. He is on a rising star. Watch out for Patty. He hasn't really fought I don't like saying nobodies, but he hasn't fought top ranked guys or ranked guys. But those fights are coming. We'll see how he does. He's got some momentum, and people love that kid. His entrance he can talk the talk. He can walk the walk. He's Conor-esque. I don't want to say he's the next Conor. I don't like any of that bullshit, but he's Conor-esque. And it's jump on the Patty Batty Pimblett hype train right now, folks. Right now. Then Arnold Allen beat Dan Hooker, knocked his ass out. Unfortunately, I had Dan Hooker winning that fight. But Arnold Allen. Now he calls out Calvin Cater. Arnold Allen could easily get a title shot. He's won 8 in a row. I think it's like 8 or 9 in a row, and he could easily get that featherweight title shot. I mean, it's the featherweights are fighting. That's Max. I think Max is fighting Zombie in May, or no, in 2 weeks in April. In April, in like 2 weeks. And so what do they do with Max Holloway? I mean, you could put Arnold Allen and Max Holloway. Now, Arnold Allen did call out Calvin Cater. Hell of a fucking fight. I'll take that fucking fight. That could be a title eliminator. The guy, I think, and then if Max is probably getting a title shot. If Volkanovski beats Zombie, they'll probably run that back for the 3rd time like they were supposed to this time. But everything's kind of tied up. So why not Calvin Cater and Arnold Allen, or Arnold Allen and Max Holloway? I like both of those fights. Then in the main event, as I predicted, Tom Aspinall. Oh, Tom Aspinall. If you get a minute, look on YouTube, Tom Aspinall, and the fucking London crowd was going nuts. I mean, they're chanting. I'm fucking doing the chant fucking wrong. I can't even do it justice. They're chanting his name outside the stadium, jumping on cars. Tom Aspinall wins on a taps fucking Volkanovski out in the 1st round. He calls out Tai Tuivasa, who's ranked number 3. Now Aspinall's ranked number 6. Holy shit, that would be a hell of a fight. Shuey versus Tom Aspinall. I love both of those guys. I love Tai Tuivasa. He's the knockout guy, but Tom Aspinall is just overall better. There's not a heavy. I mean, I'd love to see Tom Aspinall Ciryl Gane fight. Francis is hurt. Who knows what's going on with Stipe and John Jones? So like really like Ciryl Gane and Aspinall, Tai Tuivasa, those 3 young guys coming through this heavyweight division are going to be around for hopefully a little while, and we'll see where that happens to them. I like the Tai and Aspinall fight. I wouldn't mind Ciryl Gane and Aspinall fight either. Like, make that fight happen. Who knows what's going to happen? If you're not familiar, Francis Ngannou is the UFC heavyweight champion. He tore his ACL, and when he beat Ciryl Gane back in January, but he's not only does he have a torn ACL, his contract ends at the end of the year. He has not re-signed a new contract, wants more money, wants to box, wants freedom, just wants to do his own shit. Pay the fucking man his fucking money and let him do whatever he wants. He's the UFC heavyweight champion. He's the El Predator. Let them fucking fight. So anyway, they're probably gonna have to do a fucking interim title or fucking a vacant title, because it looks like Francis is probably going to be leaving, or he's not going to at least be fighting for another year. There's no heavyweight title fight the rest of the year because he's done. He tore his ACL. That's a fucking year out. Like, any way you slice it and dice it. So maybe they do Tom Aspinall, Tai Tuivasa title fight. I think the best fight, the most money fight they could make would be Stipe Miocic and John Jones for the vacant heavyweight title or fucking interim title, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Well, speaking of heavyweights, that brings us to this Saturday. Big heavyweight fight. Chris Daukaus, the last time we saw his ass, he was fucking sleeping by Derek Lewis. And Curtis Blades, he won his last fight, but the last time we saw his ass, he was fucking sleeping by Derek Lewis. So, hey, 2 guys who got slept by Derek Lewis, which is no knock because Derek Lewis is the knockout king. But I like Curtis Blades to beat Chris Daukaus. I mean, Curtis Blades is an absolute fucking monster. If he don't get knocked out, he fucking wrestles your ass and fucking for 5 fucking rounds and you can't fucking breathe because the dude just throws you around. He actually came in 20 pounds over, like, not 20 pounds, not overweight, but 20 pounds. I think he's like 20 pounds heavier than Chris Daukaus. So that'll probably play in a role. He's going to throw Daukaus all the way fucking around. Daukaus will lose. Curtis Blades will win by decision. Mark it here, folks. All right. Now let's go to baseball. The big signing of the week, Carlos Correa signed to the Mets? To the Twins? He should have signed to the Mets. That would have probably made more sense. I don't know why I said the Mets. But to the Twins, because the Minnesota Mets, that's why I was thinking. Minnesota Twins? I mean, are you fucking kidding me? It's a 3-year, $105.3 million deal, but it's really more like a 1-year deal because he can opt out this year and next year, so he can opt out. It's a little surprising because the Twins aren't very fucking good. In fact, they're kind of like a rebuilding right now. They're probably 3rd in their division. Their division's not very good. The White Sox are probably going to win that division. Tigers added some stuff. We'll see what they do. The Cleveland Guardians, who used to be the Indians, aren't very good. They're rebuilding as well. So now the Twins have signed Carlos Correa, which was kind of an odd signing. But hey, good for him. Hey, he'll probably play there for a year. Maybe he'll leach out next year and sign a long-term deal to someplace else. Because he, like I said, so pretty much a one-year deal for where he can, and then he can opt out. All right, and that leads me to my next, with the NBA. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about the vaccine and Kyrie shit. Well, yesterday, the mayor changed the bylaws, or it was yesterday or Thursday, where Kyrie and all the non-vaccinated people can fucking play. Change whatever it was. They made a fucking deal for athletes. Now, here's the thing. It's that deal was not made for fucking Kyrie. They didn't do that shit for Kyrie. New York could give a fuck about the goddamn Brooklyn Nets, folks. Okay? You know why they did that? Because come to find out, about half the fucking Yankees ain't fucking vaccinated. And it ain't just Joe Schmo on the fucking Yankees. We're talking Aaron Judge. We're talking about some high-ranked Anthony Rizzo, a couple other high-ranked fucking guys in their lineup that wouldn't be able to play home games. There's 162 fucking games in baseball, folks. That's a lot of home games, if you ask me. Then you know who's king in fucking New York? The New York fucking Yankees, okay? They did that shit for the Yankees. Don't let it get twisted. Kyrie didn't. Like, Kyrie, yeah, he's part of it. He gets most noted because, like, NBA is, like, ranked higher nationally-wise, but not locally-wise in New York, especially when it comes to Brooklyn Nets. And Kyrie's a name and has, like, sat out during his season. Baseball players hadn't had to sit out due to that mandate yet, but they were getting ready to. But now that baseball season's about to happen, guess what? The Yankees are king of fucking New York, y'all. They ain't gonna let Carlos Stanton sit out at home. The Steinbrenners aren't gonna do it. If you don't think they ain't fucking walk up to that fucking mayor's fucking office, slap some fucking hundos, slide into his, you know what I mean? Like, they backed his fucking mayor campaign. You can't fucking, maybe they, like, I know they did. We all know they did. We ain't fucking dumb here. Come on now. Steinbrenner's got money. They're gonna take care of their own. They're gonna make sure their guys are out there and able to play. You're fucking crazy if you don't think that. If you just think the mayor changed his fucking mind to change his mind. No. It was the old mayor's policy. Now, I'm sure this new mayor, when he was elected, I'm sure the Steinbrenners gave him some stacks to his campaign, you know, to make sure that the right guy won. You know? I mean, let's be real. So that kind of covers baseball and the NBA. NBA's got like 10 games left of the season, so about 2 weeks left. We'll break it into when the playoffs happen. We'll break that down, and we'll break down the bubble teams. I don't know what the fuck they're called. The play-in teams. It's fucking stupid. They have 82 games, and then 3 teams got to fucking play in to get into the fucking playoffs. Just make it your 8 fucking teams like always. Stop with the shit. If you play 82 games and you can't get into the fucking playoffs when there's 8 fucking teams in the goddamn conference, you probably shouldn't be fucking in. Okay? I'm talking to you, Lakers. Talking to you. All right. Now, let's get into the old NCAA March fucking Madness. Holy shit. Bracket is busted worse than the fucking nut I busted. God damn. And it happened mainly last night. Tennessee losing fucking hurt last weekend when they lost. But Gonzaga losing, who I had them fucking winning. Arizona losing. I had them in. So I got 2 of my Final Four in. 3 of my Elite 8. Shitty. Fucking shitty. So also last night, so Zaga lost to Arkansas. Duke won. They beat Texas Tech. I had that wrong. I mean, just fucking this bracket, just my bracket, just fucking just sitting there. Like I busted a huge fucking nut all over your fucking mom. That's how bad it is. Zona lost, like I said. And they lost to... hold on, I had it written here. Oh, yeah, Villanova won. Anyway, so tonight's games. Here's a little Bodkins bets for you guys. Tonight's picks. This is I got the St. Peter's plus 13. Plus 13. That's not the money line. I think St. Peter's will lose, but they're not losing by more than 13. I got KU. I got their money line and KU -7 winning tonight. I like UCLA money line, and I like Miami money line. Those are both pick'ems, actually. UCLA over North Carolina, Miami to win 2 is a pick'em game over Iowa State. So I like both of those games. So the rest of the weekend, this is how it's going to play out. This little Bodkins bets, just all straight over money line. We'll see what the fuck happens here. I got Duke over Princeton. Oh, my bad. Yeah, Duke. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm fucking up here. I can't even read my own goddamn handwriting. Rest of the weekend, it's tomorrow night. I got Duke winning. I got Houston over Nova. Oh, Duke over Arkansas. That's what it was, because Arkansas fucking beat Gonzaga. I got Duke winning. Fuck, you let go, Coach K, go on to out on top. I'm riding the Dookie Blue train all the rest of the way here. So Duke over Arkansas, Houston over Nova. So those 2 teams will be in the Final Four. They'll play each other. And then based off my picks tonight, I'll pick the rest of the weekend. I got Purdue versus UCLA, and I got UCLA winning, which was one of my Final Four teams anyway. And then I got Kansas versus Miami, which I got Kansas winning because I had them in my original bracket too. So, hey, we'll see what happens, man. It's been a wild weekend, wild week in sports. Make sure you like, subscribe to the YouTube page here, comment. Next week, I think we'll break down all the MLB divisions. I'll give you my division winners, discuss hopefully some more wild shit that's happened in the NFL free agency. We'll wrap up the college basketball. Final Four will start Saturday night, so I'll be able to make my Final Four picks and my Monday pick and my national championship. It'll probably be fucked up the way this bracket is going. Why are you even don't listen to me on these picks in college basketball, because fuck, I've been wrong all the time. Anyway, so we haven't been hot. Real cold right now. And we'll talk maybe, we'll see where we're at in the NBA, and we'll talk about the NBA a little bit, kind of go from there. We'll preview the UFC next card as well. The UFC pay-per-view card is in 2 weeks, so we'll kind of talk about that one in 2 weeks too, the next pay-per-view. But again, watch that London card, man. Holy shit, fucking amazing. Well, it's been real. It's been fun. Hope you all have a good weekend. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks a lot. Bodkins out.